Welcome back to the Socially Awkward Podcast. My name is Daniel.
My name is Shanice.
And my name is Brandon.
And today we have a very, very special guest, the first guest in a long time.
Yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Socially Awkward Podcast, Miss
Oyin!
Oyin!
Girl, we've been so excited to have you on. Like, we have so much to pick your brain
so
on.
much for having me, especially for my first ever podcast.
Oh,
you guys
I
have taken my
can't believe
podcast
this.
virginity. So.
Oh, I love
We're
it.
very
I love it
privileged
so
right now.
much. No, but we have just been absolutely obsessed. But I remember I met you at the Stellar Awards.
Yes, exactly,
and the
yeah.
first thing I did when I went up to Oyin, I was like, clock it.
Yes, yeah. I was giving my flowers.
What's the lotto numbers?
No, literally, everybody was asking me, what's the lotto numbers? Guys, I don't know how the lotto works. I can't tell you numbers. I don't. I've never bought a lotto ticket. I don't even know how many digits I need to tell you guys.
Maybe you
You
should
know
buy
what?
one
Maybe.
now.
Oh.
When
Yeah.
you figure out how to pay the lotto, it's over for everyone.
You know what? I think, guys, I'm entering the lotto race. Like, I will buy one.
But for anybody that doesn't know Oyin, you're going to get to know because she is going to absolutely blow. Well, she already has in Ireland, but now the Traitors Ireland is going to be on the BBC player as well.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so
So
exciting.
she has been on the Traitors Ireland.
Yes.
She is actually, do you want to say it?
Well, if you haven't watched that, it's been a week now, guys.
It's been a week
Come
now.
on, come
We've
on.
been-
I am one of 3 winners. Yes.
Girl power.
Yes.
Oh my God,
here
how has
for
it been since you got out? Because
it's been,
it's insane.
I think it's only setting in now, honestly, since it's been a week. It's been crazy. I've when I'm outside, I'll be rushing to go somewhere. I'm hearing, is that all you?
Like, yes.
It is. But the people that I come up to say hi and congratulations have been so sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it at all. And my favorite part is the older ladies. They ride for this shit. They love it. So yeah, they're definitely my favorite demographic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so sweet. But you know what? It's one of those things where it's probably one of the best pieces of television to come out of Ireland
Yeah.
in a while.
Yeah.
In a
Big
while.
time.
Absolutely.
So everybody was just absolutely gripped. But obviously you haven't been able to talk about it until it came out, which is the start of September, was it? Or end of August?
End of August,
Yeah.
literally the day that the finale was exactly 6 months since we had started filming. So 6
Wow.
months. That honestly, when I realized, I was like, wow, I kept that.
How
in
did you
for-
keep that a secret for so
I
long?
don't know. I don't know. I think at first it was so hard, but then life goes on and you just
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah,
And
fair.
then you have the money.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, no, it's been crazy, honestly.
When you were in the castle,
Yes.
was it easy to forget that the cameras were there, or were you constantly clued into the fact that I'm being recorded?
Well, the thing is, the cameramen, they're huge. So you
Yeah,
can't,
they're
you
hard
can't
to
forget
miss,
them. But I think it just gets to a point where you're just used to being yourself on camera. It wasn't oh no, let me just keep minimize myself.
Yeah.
Everybody was really being themselves in there, honestly. So no, I don't think it was really hard to, especially since
I thought it was them little, the security, the
Like
cameras that
hidden
we
cameras.
have,
Cameras
up in the corner.
everywhere.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't every single corner, and then there would be big ass cameramen. So it was genuinely everywhere. So you have no choice but just to be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on. So what was your strategy when you went in?
Strategy. Let's talk
Yeah.
about this. Because I love games and I love going in with a strategy. So my strategy, I actually watched a lot of YouTube videos before going in.
Okay.
And, have you ever watched the UK version?
Yeah.
Season 2 with Jazz.
Yes.
And he almost got to the end with Harry and Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his strategy was really good, where he would call out the traitors, but he wouldn't really do anything about it, and he was really quiet, and he didn't really forcefully defend himself.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, it makes you look more
Puts
guilty.
the target on
Yeah.
your back as
Yeah,
well.
so I kind of mimicked that kind of gameplay.
Okay.
So I would observe a lot, because at the beginning, honestly, a lot of us, we didn't know what the I honestly, none of us we had no clue. But then I think it was definitely just listen more than I speak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
of
that made
course.
me a target, because people thought, Oyin doesn't speak.
But that's
She's
a
a
very-
weak game. She's a weak faithful.
No, that's a strong
It's-
gameplay.
Yeah,
though.
so it's and what really propelled my gameplay forward was when Eamon accused me of not being a great game, a great faithful, I'm quiet. And the thing is, I was like, what the
Traitor.
I was like, I mind my business, and especially since I had told him I was an introvert, I kind of keep to myself. So I was like, you're using information that I gave you against me now. Okay, all all right.
That's a very valuable lesson, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That, like, you don't have to speak unless you have something valuable to say.
Exactly. So definitely was keep quiet, observe, only make observations, and I actually kind of used Eamon as a shield in there, sort of, because after he had accused me of not being a faithful for 3 nights in a row, I voted for him. I was like, you can't kill me because it looks so sus on you if I'm dead after I constantly even if I'm the only person. There were some round tables where I was the only one that voted for him, but I was like, and I would come after, I was like, yeah, you're not gonna kill me now. So I think it was a lot. Like every single night I would have to go back to the drawing board and just collect my information and just think about what I'm gonna do for the next day, how I'm gonna go forward, because you can't go into the game without just you can't. Honestly, it's not the kind of game where you could just do whatever and hope for the best.
You studied before you went in.
Yeah,
like, let me get this.
I did my best, honestly,
because you were like a detective. Like it's like when we were watching at home, we were like, she literally has everybody. You knew everybody. Do you think you would have been that calm if you were a traitor though?
No. Oh, that's a good question.
The things I wanted to be a traitor. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, I wanted to be a traitor.
I've heard this. I've heard lots of people. So we went to the premiere and we had a chance to ask a few of the producers. Like, who wants to be a traitor going into it?
A lot of them actually wanted to be, but then when it got to it, they were like, no.
Nah.
Yeah, because we all have a chat with Siobhan at the beginning, and Siobhan's the one that chooses. And I think Siobhan just kind of like gets a feel for your character and like if you're able to handle it.
Yeah.
And clearly I couldn't handle it, so she didn't pick me. But I didn't even want to be a traitor just so I could like be on the off. Like I just wanted to not be on the defense.
Yeah.
If you get me, because if you're a traitor, you're going to bed every night. You know you're coming to
of course.
the next day.
Yeah.
But as a faithful, it's such a stressful position.
And you don't know who to trust.
You don't.
Because you're constantly trying to defend yourself.
Exactly.
Really, isn't it?
Which is why it's good to have at least one person that's in your corner at all times. So I would say making alliances is the best way to play the game. You can't play the game solo, unfortunately, because if someone's coming at you, your word against it, you're done.
Yeah. Do you know what? At times it's kind of hard to see, especially when those alliances are only building, because obviously we only get to see an hour or 45 minutes when you take away the ads. Yeah. But towards the end, we could obviously see you then. You were forming that alliance with Vanessa. And did it ever cross your mind? But I suppose you have to always be wary, don't you? But you don't want to let yourself believe it.
Did it ever cross my mind if Vanessa was a faithful?
No,
traitor.
Oh, traitor. My bad. I tell you now, I knew from like day one she was not a traitor. I just knew because I met her in the castle and I got to know her personality, and Vanessa is so unserious. Like I was like, if this girl is a traitor, we're all cooked. Like, we're all cooked. But like she just always she's always joking. She's always like really goofy. But like it's just, you kind of just know she's just not a traitor. I think she just, like, if she was a traitor, I would 100% know the next day.
Yeah.
But just by her behavior and the way she just like loved to joke around.
Yeah.
I just knew, honestly. So I was like, And then, but it was actually funny because when we got further into the game, she would like grab me and was like, Oyin, if you're a traitor. I swear. And I was like, I promise you I'm not a traitor.
I love that.
Like, obviously, as you get closer to the end, if people are like turning on each other, but
I love that you were like besties from the get-go. And then the fact that you won together as well.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was honestly insane. And there were some days where I was like, I don't know if Vanessa's going to make it today. I don't know if I'm going to make it today. I don't know if you don't know.
No.
There's some breakfast where I'm like crossing my fingers, like, like literally like casting spells, just trying to make sure she comes in. But yeah, no, it was amazing, honestly, making it to the fire pit where and also Kelly too, because Kelly,
she's such a sweetheart.
Yes, and me and Kelly actually have a lot of like cross paths. We went to the same college.
Really?
Oh, no, yeah. We studied like the same kind of course. We're like the same age. So when we got to the end and we was like, everybody was kind of gone, we were like, oh, we can actually talk.
No
and,
way.
And just like
debrief.
Get to know. Yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah, of course. But I suppose that kind of brings into the next question, which is obviously going back to that whole like not knowing if you're going to make it through to the next morning. How did you actually sleep at night? Because I wouldn't sleep. I would not
I'd be
sleep.
terrified.
At night, the thing is, I actually had like a very thorough like night routine that would help me kind of get to bed. The notebook, I brought incense with me. I brought candles, so I would like really like just make it a really like nice warm environment, because gosh,
It's dark.
It's dark. Some days were dark. And even though you're exhausted, sometimes it might be hard to sleep because you're just like thinking a lot.
Yeah.
You're just like worried. I don't know if I'm gonna get a knock on my door the next day that I'm not going in, or like it was stressful. But yeah, like definitely bringing stuff to actually help me, like other like books as well too, helped me to just sell it.
I love that though.
Yeah,
I love that though. Do you know, and they always say, sure, you're a very big kind of journaler as well, so you probably know from kind of putting your thoughts out.
And putting it on paper, I think it solidifies it a lot more, doesn't it? And it makes more sense when you like cross the lines.
Because your
like,
brain is just like, it's just noisy.
Yeah.
So to get it out on paper is really nice.
And did you pick up on like little behaviours every day that people are doing? Because you were very observant in the castle. And then when it came to the round table, was that nerve-wracking?
The round table?
Yeah, I couldn't deal.
They were cutthroat.
It was horrible. Like I remember the first ever round table, I was shaking. Like obviously you can't see, but I was so nervous, and like that contributes to the fact that I didn't really speak up at the first round table.
Yeah, of course.
And because it's like, the adults are talking,
Yeah.
Because obviously myself and Kelly are a lot younger than everybody, so we were the quietest at the table. But as each round table goes on, you just kind of get more confidence, and I use the round tables more as an opportunity to observe people.
Yeah.
Because people are going at each other.
It was cutthroat.
Yeah. I think. Honestly, everything really comes back to Eamon, unfortunately. Because I remember the way I kind of made my observation that it was traitor versus traitor. I was watching Eamon, and Eamon would keep on looking this way, right? And he's smirking. And I'm like, who's he trying to catch? I'm like, because it would be in like my direction where I am, and then where Mark is. But I was just like, okay, he's not talking to me. He's not looking at Mark. He's not looking at me. He's not looking at Ben. And I was like, it has to be Caitlin. It had to be Caitlin. That's how I kind of like realized, okay, there's something going on there. And then obviously the two of them are going to party, and I'm like, what?
No, but the fact you got that so spot on, like very early in the game, and you were like, traitor.
Yeah.
It would have been done there and then. Take all the money.
At the time, it was more just like I wasn't really concrete on it. It was just more like really just an observation.
Of course.
But then when we started getting each one of them out, I was like, oh, I was right.
Yeah. But how did that feel?
Trusted you.
Sorry.
How did it feel?
How did it feel when obviously social media took off, when you made that observation, and everybody was like making memes out of it, being like, she is psychic. What's going on? How did that feel?
I didn't expect that to go viral like it did at all. I just remembered that was a point I made, and I thought I was just gonna keep it pushing. But I was loving the memes though. Everybody's so funny. Like people are graphic designers. People I'm like, wow. It was crazy, honestly. That's
probably one of the most important questions about the whole Traitors experience. How did you deal without your phone? I couldn't go an hour without my phone.
2 weeks without my phone.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh God,
yeah.
no.
But the thing is, guys, like I didn't miss it for a second.
Really?
That's good
I promise
though.
you, you don't have time to miss your phone.
Yeah.
There isn't any
Fair.
time
That's
for
very
that.
true.
And you're always busy as well.
So busy, like you're up so early, you're in bed like so late. Like I think honestly, if I had my phone, it would have really had been a detriment to my gameplay. It would have been, because like it's supposed to be an immersive experience.
Yes.
And if
Fair.
you have your phone, it's like kind of takes you out of that.
Yeah.
Like I would say I don't even think, genuinely I did not have time to use my phone at all.
That's what we like to hear though.
Yeah.
But I'd be
Yeah.
worried about that. I'd be like, oh no.
See, I was so worried at first, going in, because my screen time is crazy.
No, we literally spoke about that on a recent episode. No, like 11 hours and all.
I'm crazy. Insane. I can't do it.
We know ball.
So I was thinking, going off that like it would be a very dramatic change.
Yeah.
But it was so seamless, honestly. It was very seamless.
Wow.
Like I did consider, let me bring another phone, because I do have 2 phones. But like, let me not cheat the game. Let me
ChatGPT every night. Like.
So obviously,
I'm sorry, no, you go.
no, obviously it's such a like intense environment
It is,
when
yeah.
you're in there. But was there a particular person that was constantly saying loads of different people when they were in there, like gossiping too much, maybe?
Gossiping too much. See, the thing is, I kind of kept to myself a lot. Like at the beginning, you don't really see me because I'm either like just chilling by myself or I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. But then near the end of the series, you kind of see there's a bit of like chatter that's happening.
Yeah.
And I would actually love to take this moment to clear up
Yes.
what had actually happened. So yes, Joe had actually been going to different groups and saying that, oh, Oyin said this, and then going to Faye and going to me and Vanessa and saying Faye said this. So it was kind of like, oh, he said, she said, she said.
Yeah.
And I know in the show it shows that me and Faye, me and Vanessa have, not me, Vanessa, me and Joe have a conversation at the table. My issue with that was that she had gone to the other group and said that I had initiated that conversation and was like,
Ooh, okay.
why did Oyin, like, is saying like, why is Oyin asking me why you didn't go for Faye, when it was actually she had asked me that like, why who are you going for? So unfortunately I actually forgot that whole conversation happened, but I was so focused on the fact that she had said that I started the conversation. First of all, I didn't remember that. It was like 10 seconds, but I was like, I would never go to somebody and like try and sway their vote. So I was very like, ooh, okay.
Taken
it shows
back.
now. Obviously, we did have the conversation, which I'm like, damn, sorry. I
Yeah.
said no at the table. But it was just a lot. It got really messy in there.
It got very messy.
Got very messy, and unfortunately, the outcome was not.
What you expected.
It was not what we expected
Yeah.
because we were going off somebody that we thought was a traitor.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the same thing when they caught Eamon out like in a lie. When we catch someone out in a lie in the castle, it's kind of like.
That's what they
It goes
thought
onto your
happened.
radar
It goes onto
immediately.
your radar.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, so it was a horrible episode to watch back, honestly,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, it looks like all the girls are just grabbing, like,
Going
each other-
against
going at
one
each other's.
person.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, the round table was actually quite quiet. It looks like we're just kind of rallying,
Yeah.
but it was actually a very quiet round table, and like it's like everybody's kind of like trying to figure out what the
Yeah.
heck
Yeah,
is
of
going
course.
on, and
And it's
obviously,
coming close to the end as
It
well, so
is.
emotions are high.
I think that's that was like the height of it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Of
It
course.
it got very like, you know,
Yeah.
that Spider-Man meme
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, like that.
it's important to remind people that it is a TV show.
It is.
It is.
It's a game,
and
but
we're playing the
Yous
game.
are real people,
Yeah,
though.
it
Like,
was.
yous are real people at the end of the
Yeah.
day. So
And at the bottom line, somebody at this table is lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
lying.
and that's what
Exactly.
they're
It's
trying to get
just-
to the bottom of as well.
Exactly. We're all just trying to get to the bottom of it, and unfortunately, she turned out to be faithful.
Yeah.
And you don't actually see our reactions to the full extent at the end
Mm.
because obviously you only see an hour.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But we were actually all
Sobbing.
very distraught.
Yeah.
Oh, sobbing, girl. I was
know.
inconsolable.
I know.
But yeah, no.
But it's hard to, especially when, like, take all the factors into it, because I know I would crack on day one. Okay,
oh, yeah, I'd
so
be
12
gone.
days, you're going off a handful of hours sleep.
Yes.
Okay, you're up early in the morning. I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person.
No, neither
I should
am
be
I.
dragged out of bed. And then on top of that, you have all these people who are coming to you, and there's a million different conversations every single day.
Yeah.
And you're trying to remember every single conversation, and we're only human. We don't
you might
remember
forget
everything.
little things that make
exactly.
You don't
things up.
remember.
So I
everything.
feel like when you're looking at this and you're only seeing an hour, all the humanity is nearly being taken out of it.
Yeah.
And you're not actually seeing a human response because there's not enough time
No,
in
there
the hour
isn't.
to see every
Yeah, it's
reaction
not a
and facial
stream, guys.
expression.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's not a- we're not
And it
streaming.
has to be, and it's like a pressure cooker as well,
It
because
is.
you're just, your phone is taken away.
Yeah.
You've no contact with the
And you've
outside
no
world. It's only
warranty.
these
You
people.
You don't really
No.
know. Like the people that in there are your only like crutches, really,
Yeah.
and you just like
You've just
you
met
just
them, like.
met them. Yeah, you just
Put all
met
my
them.
faith and trust into you.
Yeah.
Even though you could be a traitor.
Yeah, like that being said, you do make some good connections, but in the day, like the bottom line is we are all here to catch a traitor,
Exactly.
course.
and that's the common goal. So
I feel like even if you were a traitor, you still would have won, though.
I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm terrible at lying. And one thing
Really?
I'm really, really bad at lying. Ask any of my friends. Like I get caught out in things so quickly. And if it came to like being a traitor and every day having to keep up with your lie
That's
and
a
like not
lot.
mess up.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And you have more to remember as well. I remember
do.
we
You have
were.
to remember everything.
Yeah, we were last week. We went up to Daniel's house and we were playing the Traitors board game.
Yeah.
I
I heard of the board game.
So,
Actually really
yes.
good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were playing it, and first of all, it took us a million years to set up because we haven't a clue. And then we had to deal out the cards, and one of us was the traitor.
Yeah.
I got the traitor card. I
Okay.
said, lads, I can't do this. I'm not going to. No, can take it back. Somebody else be the traitor. I can't because I can't lie. I
Yeah, yeah.
cannot do it. Oh, sorry, I'm
Yeah,
something
you
there.
are a very bad
But
liar.
I'm such a bad liar. They
Yeah.
catch me out immediately. So I just knew straight away I couldn't do it. So to be in the real deal and to see it and
Yeah, I feel like I probably would rather try and defend myself than keep up a lie.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Yeah.
would slip up.
It's exhausting, and also they have longer hours than we do.
Yes.
They have to be killing people in the conclave. Like we get to go to bed,
We're like sleeping.
but they're scheming. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I feel like if I was a traitor, my gameplay would be the same.
Really?
Yeah.
It would be keep quiet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also I would like make. Unfortunately, I actually have written in my journal what I would do if I was recruited.
Oh my God, Philistine. Tell
I
us.
said-
You actually asked that as well.
I said that. Vanessa, forgive me.
You killed Vanessa.
No,
okay.
I would
That's where
keep
we're going.
Vanessa.
Okay.
Okay.
I would parrot off her and just kind of like make it seem like her ideas are my ideas. Like we came to the same conclusion. And Nick was on my kill list.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Amy was also on my kill list because you don't see it in there, but Amy was a detective. Amy
Yeah,
was
she's
pulling
good.
people,
Oh.
and she was like trying
I
to get to the
love
bottom
her
of things.
so much.
So unfortunately, Amy, you're dead. But yeah, no, it was Amy and Nick that I was considering killing if I did get recruited, but I didn't, guys. So.
Who would you recruit?
Sorry.
that's a good
Who would you recruit if you had to recruit somebody? as
If
a traitor?
I wouldn't recruit Vanessa, that's
Too obvious?
It's too obvious because I need her to blindly trust me.
Yeah.
You know, I need her to like defend me because she knows I'm a faithful.
Yeah.
And who would I recruit? I think I would have probably recruited. If I wasn't going to kill Nick that night,
You'd recruit.
probably recruit him.
He was very
He
good.
was a
Good
good
traitor.
traitor.
He was a good traitor and a good faithful. He was good on both
Yes.
sides.
If I was Nick though, I would not have recruited Ben.
No,
I would, no.
No.
Faye. I would have
I don't think
recruited
that was-
Faye
yeah.
immediately.
Yeah,
That
That's
wasn't
what I
smart.
was thinking. I was
Yeah.
like, that's why I was so on. I was like, you like it's
Yeah.
perfect. She would have been so perfect to have recruited.
Yeah.
Because we were talking
Yeah.
about this in a past episode, and it was like the night before we were going to figure out who Nick had recruited,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's going to be Faye.
Yeah, yeah.
Roll back the tape, guys, because that's what I said.
Yeah.
I did not think, because I just would have felt it was so obvious, and like that in the end.
So it was so obvious.
But you know
Yeah.
when you were standing in the final and you were at the fire pit?
Yes.
How did you know that Ben was the traitor and that he was the only traitor out of the three
But he
of
was
you?
so quiet then. Once he got
I
recruited,
think
he
he
was
just
quiet.
like he kind of like realized that he was
like, it's my time to go.
Yeah, because we hadn't caught a traitor in days.
Okay.
Okay, and I knew there was 2 left. Okay. So then we had just decided, okay, it's the boys. So then we said, okay, we're gonna get Nick first because we're not taking him into the final. Because I feel like Nick was such a strong traitor that it was just more sweet to get him out.
Okay.
That banishment.
Of course.
And then from there, it's just like, okay, the line is like directly going to Ben.
Yeah.
It was just like
Too
so
obvious.
100%. Like we were just sure.
Nick's
Yeah, absolutely.
banishment was, I'm sorry, it was the funniest thing ever because your celebration, you went, yeah, we got it. I loved it. That was,
It was
some
amazing.
reaction.
And then the other side of the table is just
Yeah, Vanessa sitting
Yeah.
there like,
yeah.
and Ben, and I'm like, oh, and now they both look sus.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
What's going on?
What's going on? This is not part of the plan, guys. Yeah.
You actually have a question that you want to ask Oyin, because where did you see her?
Oh,
Whoa.
Get
Where
ready
did
to
you-
deep
where did you see me?
dive.
Where did you see
we
me?
obviously know you've been on the Traitors.
Yes.
But I did see a familiar face in KSI's music video.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
That was literally this time last year.
Was
that
it?
Wow.
Yeah, literally this time last year that we filmed that. That was filmed in Dublin.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's called? I remember it was Heritage. You know, the production.
Yeah.
They were looking for somebody to star as like an ice girl, and I was like, oh, I can be an ice girl. And then I just kind of applied through them, and then we just. Yeah, it was a short filming day, but it was a fun filming day. 'cause
It
I
looked
got to-
like it.
I got to meet KSI, and he's such a chill guy. Honestly, I know
He seems
'cause
like it.
He does. Well, obviously, watching his YouTube channel, like, because I watched him growing up. He's very like chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he's
on.
on.
Yeah.
But he was very quiet and very
Do you know
like
what?
chill.
I think an awful lot of the time you will find people like that on social media.
Yeah.
Like an awful lot of people that
Yeah.
you would meet in real life, even in the Irish circuit. I'm not sure, you've probably seen this by now as
Yeah.
well, is that a lot of people turn themselves on for TikTok, especially when you can do it for such a short period of time. And it's only like 60 seconds or something that you need to be really outspoken for. Even on our TikToks. Well, for me, I'll take me for example. Like,
no, I feel
you gotta
like
have
you
an energy to you.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. And like the name of the podcast is socially awkward. Like, we don't have the energy 90% of the time. We can't speak to people.
Yeah,
it's very true.
But yeah, no, like people are always asking me after, like, oh, how is he? Like, guys, yeah, just a chill guy. But yeah, it was super fun to do because that was my first ever music video, like proper music video. And I got to meet like a lot of like Trippie Redd was also on set too.
Oh,
yeah, it was super sick.
I
Honestly,
actually touched his hand at Longitude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I was like right on me, and I was like first Longitude ever. Like my first festival. I was sitting on the barrier. I didn't know who anybody was on the stage. I just wanted to be foot at the barrier. And Trippie Redd came down and grabbed my hand. I was like, is that something you want to dive into? Like, is it?
Definitely, I love being in front of the lens.
I was just about to say, you are made for like
you.
the screen.
I
like
love
the big screen.
ever since I was young, I just kind of knew I wanted to be like a model or just.
Well,
like,
you
in
look
front
like one.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And face card. Can we talk?
Thank
Face
you.
card,
Face
like
cards.
please.
Serving.
I'm not able. That's not fair. Like at all.
But it's so interesting because like if you met me when I was younger, I was actually very, very shy, very insecure, very quiet because obviously I would be very vocal about my dreams to be on like in the spotlight.
Yeah.
But people were like, no, nobody wants you.
Yeah, because people just love like dimming people
They
down,
do.
don't they?
And they
Of
did
course.
get me for a hot second. They did.
But now you're up.
Now
You're
I'm
And you're staying up.
Yeah.
That. But I was gonna ask you
Yes.
actually. So now that you are on Traitors Ireland,
Oh my god.
are we gonna see you on our screens anytime soon on anything else?
Ooh. Wow. That is.
I mean, I would love to.
That's a work in progress.
Oh,
honestly,
yeah, I like that
because
response.
I am a kind of like I love a side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love yeah.
Okay.
So honestly, I'm chilling for now, but trust the next opportunity that comes my way, you'll be seeing me again.
I
Yes.
love
But you're a gamer girl.
I am.
Like,
yes.
is there anything you want to dive into that? Like, would you want to be? Would you do like streaming? Would you do,
Absolutely.
like-
I've actually been considering like actually showing that side of myself more because
Yes.
I don't show that side of
Absolutely.
me at all. I know people are confused with like gamer. What the fuck? But I actually do. I love. I have a PS4. I have a Nintendo Switch. Ever since I was young, I've always had some kind of console. And I love like puzzle games. I love those story mode kind of games too.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like The Last of Us, The Walking Dead, Detroit Become Human. I love games like that. So definitely, as soon as I figure out how to build a PC, then you'll be seeing me
Game
probably
over.
streaming. Yeah,
Game over.
The
Yeah.
game world is huge.
It
is
is,
massive.
and we
Like,
don't
it's
have that
huge.
kind of culture in Ireland.
No, we
which
don't.
was something I noticed, and I would also love to like bring anime into it as well too, because I go to Comic-Con every year. I love cosplaying. Like I just want to showcase that more of myself.
Absolutely
Yeah,
do.
so that's something I'm working on, like thinking of how am I gonna do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
You're gonna do
I
it
love
all.
that.
Thank you.
You're gonna do it all,
you
like
very much.
because this is not the last you're gonna see of mine.
Amen.
Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. Buddy.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. I have a quick question that I want to ask you, right?
Wait on me.
For anybody that is applying for season 2 of the Traitors, what advice would you give them?
The advice I would give anybody trying to apply for the Traitors is definitely know who you are, because this is a game where you're gonna be faced with yourself and people are gonna be faced like I know it's like a game of like basically mafia, but it's a social game at the end of the day, and your social game really, really does matter. So if you know yourself and you know how you are perceived and you know how you come off, that'll be a great benefit to you, because you need a level of like self-awareness that's kind of like that you don't have in your day-to-day, because honestly it's a very extreme environment. So get to know yourself and be yourself in that too. Don't come off as somebody as you're not, because people
See
like
through.
me will tell I know you're not being yourself. I will you. So yes, be yourself and get to know
Very
yourself.
perceptive.
That's great.
That's such good advice
Yeah.
though, because I feel like people are just like, oh, go in and try and be this person that you're not.
Make
And it's like,
alliances, guys.
you know,
The
Yeah.
facade
It's
falls though, doesn't it?
does.
It drops.
It does. It drops because you have to do that every single day. You don't, unless you have that energy. I don't know if you're superhuman or
Nobody
something,
does.
but yeah, nobody does. So, yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
And are you still besties with everyone? Like,
Obviously there's 24 people. I cannot
Yeah.
like
I was thinking 24.
There is a lot.
There's a lot of
There's
people.
It looks. I'd say it's so intimidating though when you're getting out of that car and you're seeing the amount of people. You just don't expect it.
Exactly, you don't expect, and there's so many different faces, people that I would have never ever met in like my normal walk of life, honestly, which is I'm very grateful for the show actually bringing that kind of group together and like showing Irish media that kind of diversity too, which was really nice
representation.
Exactly. But 24 people, unfortunately, I'm an introvert too. I don't have that kind of level of energy to interact with so many people. So obviously there are a select few that I like would go out my way to really meet up with and hang out with. But like definitely like with group get-togethers, I'll be there.
Okay.
But I can't be there for too long.
Yeah.
Can we give a massive shout out to Mark because he was in with the ladies.
He was.
Yeah.
Straight away.
He was.
I love that man. He was
I love
so
Matthew. He's my
good.
favorite. He's one of my favorite players in the game because I sat next to him at the round table.
Yeah.
And he just drops jokes and it's just like so funny. So I was very disappointed when he was killed by the traitors.
And
Honestly.
then when poor Patrick walked in and everyone was like, oh. And Patrick is like, I live to see another day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I felt so bad for them.
And he also, his gameplay style of things was kind of similar to mine.
Yeah.
He wasn't the loudest person in the room. He would observe and watch people, which why I think he was taking too soon. Too soon, honestly.
Agreed. Agreed. There was a lot of people with a great game plan in there this year.
Yes.
Like, it was amazing TV to watch.
Also, Caitlin was a great trader.
She was
amazing.
brilliant.
She was a good trade.
Yeah.
I met her the other night at the Stellars.
Yeah.
And I literally went up. I was like, I'm sorry. I just have to tell you, you are my Shayla.
Honestly,
She's a sweetheart.
She is so cute. But like, definitely, if she had gone in telling us what her actual job was, everybody would have been on her.
Oh yeah,
She
clocked.
works in psychology.
Jesus, a psychologist.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed when we were sitting talking to her. She's there nearly like sussing you out.
Yeah,
She's like
that's
straight
like,
away.
I actually didn't talk to her a lot because I got an energy from her that she's actually a lot smarter than she let on. I genuinely I would look at her from across the room and she's just talking to people, but she's really good at talking to them. And I even when I had my one-on-one conversations with her, I was like, there's something in your eye. I don't know what it is. But yeah, no, honestly, she was an insane trader.
Even Siobhan said, though, she was like, you're not fooling anyone with them little fairy dresses. You're not fooling anyone with that. She fooled a lot of people,
She did.
She played a blinder.
She really did.
I thought she was going to make it an awful lot further than she actually
Yeah,
did.
same.
I think if it wasn't for Eamon, I think she would have.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
He just threw everyone under the bus. God love him.
Eamon was a chaotic player. Chaotic player.
He did his job as
suppose-
well. Oh, sorry.
He did.
Didn't he? Guard.
did.
Oh,
I was
on.
like, how is a guard so bad at being a trader? What's going on here? Like,
Forced out.
you know, you want to be in
Oh my
investigation.
God, it was so.
He was great TV, though.
He was.
was.
He
Yeah.
was honestly great to interact with, great to watch. And he definitely shouldn't have revealed he was a Garda because we would.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody were in the room with a Garda.
Straight conversations that went down before that. He's like, you're getting arrested. You're getting arrested.
Like even if he wasn't a trader, I feel like he would have had a target on his back if he did reveal his actual job.
Of course.
So
Because I feel like there's two ways you can go about it. You can
Yeah.
either be really quiet and observant, or you can be the louder person in the room
Exactly.
and try and put little seeds of doubt in people's heads. And that's what he was.
He was. He
but
really
then he kept
was.
tripping up on his lives.
Yeah.
But
See,
you
that's
could
the
see that.
thing.
You could see that straight away. It was the people who were the loudest got murdered, or
Yes.
they ended up being the traitors themselves.
And then
That's
all
actually-
eyes are on you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Dave was the first person to be murdered, and that low-key shook me because, I know I say I'm an introvert, but I love to talk, I love to chat, I do love to engage. But when he died, when he was murdered, he's still alive, guys. He was he's still alive. But when he was murdered, I really did go mute, honestly,
Really?
because I just realized, okay, the first person that they're killing is the person that really connected with everybody because he knew
Yes.
everybody's
And he was a
name.
team player.
He was a big team player,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't allow that to happen to me. So,
Exactly.
yeah, we thought he was gonna make it till the end,
Yeah.
and then when he died, it was like,
Yeah.
Game is on, like, no mercy.
No, I think that really set the game into motion for us.
Yeah.
It really did.
How was it working and getting to see Siobhan McSweeney every day?
Honestly,
That's a dream in
That's his
itself.
dream.
That's my dream.
it was insane. Like every single morning she'd walk into breakfast, she brought like an energy with her,
Yeah.
and her outfits were crazy.
Oh,
like you always
slayed
it's, that makes you excited to make the breakfast the next day.
Yeah.
She's really a good host. Like her role was to be like the queen of the castle. Sorry, her role was to be like the queen of the castle, and she really gave that. She was so demure. She was so witty. She really controlled us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
She controlled
What
us.
did you say to Vanessa?
She was like, if you don't annoy me. I was like, oh.
She pulled back on her.
She was not afraid to like put people in their place, and I love her, honestly. She's amazing. And also adding her to our group of when we won. It was just like the fact that it was just 4 of us ladies.
Women.
Like it was just sick.
We FaceTime her.
Sick.
Did you get the contacts?
I know, because even like her outfits, like every day we were kind of like, oh, who got murdered? We're like,
Yeah.
no, what's Siobhan wearing?
No,
Who's going back to the room now? What's Siobhan wearing today? Like,
Little cards.
Yes.
Remember
Oh,
the
yeah,
cards?
for the
The card
casino
outfits.
game. Yeah, that was her outfit. I loved the way the stylists and also she had her own input into the styling as well too. So they really worked well together, honestly.
Yeah.
But speaking of fashionista, your final look.
Oh.
Like when you went to the final, like remember when I met you? That outfit was
thank you.
insane.
Thank
No
you.
crumbs.
I got so many questions on where I got the corset from. Like people were like, "Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that?"
Stunning.
Guys, I'll get back to you soon. But yeah, no. Honestly, I was actually so stressed the day before because I had no clue what I was wearing. Genuinely, no. I just had to whip something up last minute. And
That was last minute?
That was
It was
minute?
very
What?
last minute. Like I had ordered the shoes and the bag without knowing what I was gonna wear, so I didn't even know if it was gonna match. I was in Penny's the day before. It was like Penny's, River Island, every single shop looking for something. And then I actually had the corset before, but I wasn't gonna wear it. But I was like, okay, gonna have to pull that out. Like
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it didn't look like a
absolutely
last minute
beautiful.
outfit like that.
No.
Thank you.
They look like
Planned.
weeks
Yeah.
of preparation went into that.
One day.
Absolutely
The
stunning.
look of success.
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
look of a winner.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oyin, before we let you go,
Yes.
we have a little game we want to play.
Okay, let's play.
Okay. So, we're just going to call it the traitor.
Okay.
Very original.
I just decided.
Copyright.
Okay, so put yourself in the shoes of a traitor. Okay. So, on that very first night, we turn back the clocks. Okay. Siobhan McSweeney picks you. She touches you on the shoulder.
Yes.
Okay.
You're anointed traitor.
You're anointed a traitor.
Yeah.
You have the cloak, which is boots, by the way. Who out? If you could name 3 people out of that castle on the very first day,
Yeah.
in order to stir up a bit of drama, who are you killing?
I'm killing. You know, first person that comes up is Patrick. I know Patrick wasn't the loudest voice, but the thing is, I personally didn't like the way he would like stare you in the eye. Like he
That would
would
make me very
really
awkward.
like he was very
Really strong.
Very
eye
direct.
contact.
yeah, very strong. Like I
Yeah.
was very like if it puts you under like a feeling like you're being watched. So out of escaping that feeling, I'm killing Patrick.
Okay.
Sorry,
You're gonna have to look at him.
I'm like not looking at Oyin now anymore. I'm just like,
Because he also said that he was a casino. He worked in a casino for years,
Yes.
and he had a really good skill at reading people. So with that knowledge too, you don't want someone that's really good at reading people because even further down the game, he was quite right with like some of like his theories.
Party and all.
Talking about probability and all this. Like that man was using his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then second of all, who am I killing? I probably would have killed. I love this question. I know. Amy. Sorry, Amy. Amy, like I said, she was really going around trying to figure out what was going on, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see somebody that's actively trying to put in the dots together.
Yeah.
No, making me nervous.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
exactly. I
no.
don't want to see that. And then lastly,
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go with an original kill, which will be Dave. Dave would have been gone too.
Okay.
He would have been gone. Because you can see it the first day. Dave had a lot of influence. The fact that he already knew people's names.
Yeah.
If you walk into a room and there's laughter, Dave's in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like you could see that's going to be a problem down the line.
Of course.
If he says something, people are going to be like, actually, even if it's not right, like
Yeah.
he most likely will have numbers behind him, and you don't want to see that. But yeah, those are my top 3 kills: Dave, Amy, and Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid
Okay.
picks, to be
Very,
fair.
very calculated. We love.
Yeah.
We love clocking.
Yeah.
Clocking. But see, like that, you were very observant on day
Yeah.
one, so
Thank
you could see it.
there was also a book I was reading while I was there called, I don't know if anybody's heard of it, The 47 Laws of Power.
Yes.
Yeah, I was reading that every single day. I was
my
like,
God.
that was on the way to the castle every single morning. I would read that, and also another reason why I added Patrick to that, he was reading the same book.
Oh.
And because he had seen me reading it, and he turned me to a certain page, a certain law. I was like, oh, okay, you know the law. So that definitely Patrick would have been gone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Oyin, it's been an absolute pleasure having you
you
on the
so much
Social
for
Awkward
having me.
podcast. I can't believe this is your first podcast
It
that
is
you're
my
going to
first
be
one.
on.
I had so much fun.
We are
Oh my
so
God.
honoured.
No,
Thank you so much for inviting
love
me.
you
I
so
really
much. And
appreciate
for
it.
anyone that's listening or watching, where can we find you on socials?
You can find me on socials at Oyin _Adeyemi _ so that's OYIN _ADEYEMII _ that is it.
Yeah.
On both TikTok and Instagram.
Yes. Love it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Social Awkward podcast. Or if you're new, welcome to the family.
Woo.
We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
The Socially Awkward podcast is an Onic original.
Presented by Shanice Griffin.
Brandon Caulfield.
Daniel Devlin.
Visual design and video editing by Stephen King O'Farrell and Connor Daly.
Extra special thanks to Vivian Wood.
Archive and images courtesy of Getty Images. Music courtesy of Audio Network.
Series producer Paul McGregor.
Executive producer Sasha Hamrock.
New episodes of the Socially Awkward podcast release every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can also watch full episodes of the Socially Awkward podcast on YouTube.
This is an Onic original podcast.